around on Tony the Pony. Come stick around on Tony the Pony. Please stick around on Tony the Pony with Mr. Pineapple. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour.
Welcome to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 3. I got something right, didn't I?
I think we got quite a lot right from last episode, actually. I think there was we mentioned quite a lot of stuff that was going to go off of this.
Yeah. Power Broker is the title of the episode. And I was like, I literally put Disney Plus on. And I was like, oh, okay then. So he is in it. So yeah, this episode opens with a GRC advert juxtapositioned.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I did like this one. A lot better than all the WandaVision ones.
I love anything that is to do with like life after the blip and how the world's dealing with it. Yeah.
And how it was just like, we're rebuilding everything and it's all great, and then boom, straight into, well, evil Cap.
Oh, he's a dick, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I did like it when that guy spit in his face though.
Yeah,
that was satisfying. The actor was talking about it in an interview, and the interviewer was like, how do you feel that like everyone hates your Captain America? And he was like, I love it. I love that everyone hates him. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, a lot happens in the few minutes before the title sequence. They go and break Zemo out of prison. Which is just Zemo in this episode, man.
I love it. He's so good.
Yeah, this episode 3 does pick up. The first 2 episodes are very, very slow and a bit like, oh my god, this is going to be bad. But episode 3 is just, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zemo does some fighting and shit, doesn't
he? He's badass.
Yeah, because we were talking about it last episode, saying, because he's supposed to, like in the MCU, they've just painted him as this kind of like brainiac guy behind the scenes who twists everything. But in this, are like, no, let's get his actual soldier training out there and make him kick some ass.
Damn right.
Oh.
I mean, we pretty much hit all of like what Zemo was going to be, except for like, you were like, he's going to be an anti-hero, and I was like, I'd like him to be Hannibal and just like sat behind the glass. And the bit when he was talking the words in Russian at him, and I was like, oh
yeah, it was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. I also do like the I'm sorry, it was nothing personal kind of thing to Bucky. I was like,
they're proper trying to push him as an anti-hero, aren't they?
I mean, after this episode, I am give him his own series.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, definitely. And the banter.
Call him Daddy, aren't they? Understandably.
The banter between Zemo, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. It's great.
I mean, before I forget, the bit where Sam's in the back of the car, you're not going to put your seat forward, are you?
Yeah, they reference it, don't they? It's great. But yeah, I love how the Winter Soldier's explaining the plan how to break him out of prison, but it's like he's already done it. And Zemo just walks in the guard uniform. He's like, what the fuck? It's great. We get another like social conversation about the like the Black Lives Matter stuff like we've been talking about, but in this episode it's subtle. It's the Marvin Gaye conversation on Zemo's private jet, and when Zemo says that it's a great look into African American culture or something, and then Falcon's like, you're way out of line, but you are true. Yeah, here it is. Which I really enjoyed because it's subtle and it's good.
Yes. Yes.
Should we talk about Zemo's private jet and his butler?
I mean, I like
just,
I just all of it.
Because it's Falcon, isn't it? He says, "Oh, you're rich now." And he's like, "I'm a Zemo. I'm a Baron." Come on. Oh, honestly.
So just the bit where it's like, if the food doesn't pass the smell test, give it to them.
Yeah. It's great. I love his little butler, man.
I mean, all of Zemo's stuff in this is cracking. The fight scene with the bit with the mask, which obviously I was like, oh, that's not the end of the season. Nice. And he puts it on, and he just kicks ass. And then he's run off, and I'm assuming he's not coming back. And he finds oh, hello there. And I'm like, oh, I wonder who that's supposed to be. Oh, it's just a really kick-ass car. And he's come back and saved them. And he's like, oh wow. I expect him just to bugger off, and that'd be him done.
Yeah, I did as well. But I'm so glad they've kept him on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get is it Madripoor? Is that how you say that?
I think Madripoor, the scientist fella. Oh no, that's the city in it.
The city, yeah. A lot of people on the internet were saying this looks very John Wick-like. And there's a good reason, because the guy who did this episode is the creator of John Wick. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's doing the next episode as well. So I'm excited for the next episode.
And they get to do every episode of everything.
But this, I'll talk about the city more in the references bit. But yeah, I just loved the look of this because it's a proper outlaw dystopian kind of 80s vibe city. It's great. And they actually do some spy espionage stuff in this episode. Yeah, it's got to be the best episode, this one, hasn't it?
So far, yeah. I actually said to Mr. P when we were playing GTA last night, so far, and I've talked to him about episode 1 and 2, I'm like, you're probably not going to be a fan of this because you want the espionage stuff. You want Winter Soldier, the TV series. Because who doesn't? And this time I managed to say, I think you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, I think he'll really like this episode.
Oh, the scene in the pub, not the pub, the club, where Bucky's being Winter Soldier and he just takes apart 5 guys. Oh, I love Winter Soldier so much. He's so good.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Seeing that switch that Bucky makes to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna fuck these guys up. Yeah, but I love the bar scene. It's just
the bit with what's his name? What's his
drinking that?
Yeah, what is he? Smiling Tiger. Smiling Tiger. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we get Sharon, don't we? There's a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like it was. I think the only thing that felt rushed was getting Baron out of prison. But I'm glad they just got it over and done with.
I also do kind of like the way, as you said before, it was just like Bucky explaining how they do it, and it was happening as he explained it.
Yeah. Yeah, but then we get Sharon. She's been hiding out in this city of outlaws after the events of Civil War. And she just kicks some fucking ass, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She likes stabbing people, that's for sure.
If any high Hollywood writers or execs or whatever are watching this, I'm assuming we've got a big base in that kind of demographic.
Oh, yeah.
This is how you do strong female characters. Unlike most of what Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman film, that's how you do it. The second Wonder Woman film, not so much. But yeah, this is fucking yes, she was great.
She's badass, and I love how she's kind of just calling Falcon and Winter Soldier out. Unlike they got pardoned, but she's still she's being a dick to him, but she's got a reason to. It's great.
She did turn up at the portal scene, so fuck her. She didn't say on your left.
But yeah, she throws a knife in some guy's arm. I was like, this is getting brutal.
She kills probably the most people in this episode. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
before they blow up the thing, she definitely kills more people than after that. But like Falcon and Winter and Zemo do combined.
Falcon and Winter Soldier don't really do much in this episode, do they? It's all about Zemo and Sharon.
Yeah.
It's after because they go to the scientist man who's developing the super soldier serum, and I love how it again has got like blip things in. Like he started his research and then he got dusted away, he said, and then he came back and it were all up in the air. And that's when the power broker picked him up and were like, make me some super soldier serum. We don't see Power Broker in this. Who could it be? That's what I want to know.
I'm starting to think, though he may be in it, or I think he's going to be a stepping stone to what's her name? I can't remember her name now. The female super soldier. Because she's shown this episode that she is actually pretty bad because she killed other people.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he's going to be more of a side stepping stone character to her and Cap. Because after this episode as well, I'm definitely
like a throwaway.
Yeah, like they go and see him and maybe set him. Maybe if he's somewhat like recognizable actor, maybe he'll be set up for either a film or another series or something. But definitely Cap, and I'm leaning towards Cap and that chick. Flag
Smashers. Yeah. Yeah.
That's speculation.
I liked it when Winter Soldier impaled that person.
Oh, just yeeted that pole and just like, ugh.
Definitely.
Yeah. Then some really good action in this episode.
Yeah, to be fair, the fight scenes are really good. I love it. We get the seat reference, obviously, that you've mentioned, which comes right at the end, which I was just like, that's perfect. It's like not even cringy as well.
Sam has got some great callback jokes in this MCU, because there's this, and obviously it says on your left, which I know you and Mr. Pineapple, that's one of your favourite moments of the MCU.
Stop. Yeah, and then we get the flag smasher scene, and it kind of feels like they've forced her to be evil.
Yeah,
because like all this episode, like it shows her being really nice to that woman who's dying, and shows a reason behind stealing this medicine and all that stuff.
Because they have like camps, don't they? Basically, it's like some people who got displaced. Obviously now don't have a place in the world and are basically put in refugee camp kind of things, and there's loads of illness and stuff. So it kind of has like Robin. It almost gives her a Robin Hood vibe to start off with, and then she just blows some motherfuckers up.
Yeah, and then she just blows a whole building up.
Like, what's the point of explaining to that guy why she's doing it if she knows she's just gonna, melt it?
I was very confused. I was like, oh shit, so she's got a motive, she's good. Oh wait, she's just did genocide on lots of people in a building. I was like, oh boy. But it solidifies her as a bad guy, I guess. Because it was very up in the air about who the bad guy was. Because the power broker is probably just like the collector in a way.
Yes.
And just getting money by dealing out with super soldier serum. But yeah, and then right at the end we get, is it Ayo from
But you can't
Civil
stop
War?
dropping marbles everywhere. She needs to fix her pockets.
Yeah, this is the Wakanda badass woman, who's obviously there to kill Zemo because of what he did to the king.
I'm assuming she is to T'Chaka. Is T'Chaka the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was to T'Chaka what Thingy is from The Walking Dead is to T'Challa, and she's not there on like official Wakanda business, because it wouldn't make sense considering T'Challa, if he was going to say send someone to go and kill Zemo when he gets escaped from prison, wouldn't put him in prison, because T'Challa's the person who nabbed him at the end of Civil War.
Yeah.
So if T'Challa wanted him dead,
Oh yeah,
he probably would have just gone and killed him.
Well, he saved him from killing himself, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Like your punishment's not over. So T'Challa wanted him in prison, and to like pay for his crime. So I'm assuming she's kind of
there just to get revenge.
Rogue agent kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
If not, it don't make any sense, and it's bad writing.
See, that probably make sense if they confirm that T'Challa's dead.
I mean, they could do that. T'Challa's
like,
dead, and Shuri wants Zemo dead, or whoever.
Or like the like crown of Wakanda, if you will. It's kind of up in the air, and it's like a civil dispute in Wakanda. So she's just gone to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty cool though. The getting. It's so weird, the first 2 episodes.
They're so slow compared to this one, and there's just so much stuff that like.
It just goes from 0 to 100 in this episode.
Like the one downside, like the one complaint I've got about this episode is the bit where their cover gets blown by Sam's phone going off. Surely he'd turn his phone off. He's no like stranger to espionage. You'd think he'd turn his phone off, or at least put it on silent. And also, you'd have thought he'd ask, like, yo, Smiling Tiger, talk, rather than just like, hello, and then just let this conversation play out with his sister. And also, I don't understand why that one was like, who's Sam? Are you on first name basis with Smiling Tiger? Do you know his actual first name?
Because it seems like, obviously, it's City of Outlaws, so you'd think, like, their identities would be. Yeah,
like she wouldn't know who
Smiling Tiger actually was.
Yeah, as soon as like you wouldn't think that who's like someone calling Smiling Tiger Sam wouldn't be enough reason for her to like kill Zemo, Winter Soldier, and it seemed like a really weird reaction.
I'm just happy she got shot because she was annoying me.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add? Because I'll go on to references if not.
I'm happy to see a bit of return of. I'm happy to be proven wrong about Bucky's book.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see that make a return. And talking about, obviously Zemo's talking about it. I like how Zemo's not just a dick. He's like with the book. He's not like, haha, these are the people you killed memes. He's like, I can understand these, but why this one?
Yeah. It's because they, like you mentioned, the Winter Soldier mentions his code, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He says he might be crazy, but he still has a code. So I think they kind of respect each other in that manner, that we both have codes and that. Just, Zemo does a little dance, doesn't he?
Yeah, everyone's talking about this. And his coat.
It's great. His little dance.
I'd let him fuck me. He's hot in this.
There's some sexy looking characters in this. Like Falcon looks sexy in his Smiling Tiger suit. Sebastian Stan looks sexy in this random suit that he has on the end.
Just stop with saying Sebastian Stan looks sexy.
I don't understand why at that bit where we go to all the shipping containers, everyone's in like jackets and stuff. Obviously Baron's in his fucking, and then Bucky's just like in a really nice black suit with like silver laced
style on.
I'm like, all right, it looks cool, but sure.
One of the things actually, what I remember I'd like to discuss is how they paid a lot of attention to the super serum like vials during the explosion scene. Also, I like how Zemo just popped him off. Big fan of that.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to shoot him. He's going to shoot him because he hates the super serum and stuff and all that. And I'm like, oh, he did it. Oh, yes.
It's great.
But yeah, the some of the shots of the serum burning and all that business. Do you think maybe one of them got pilfered by maybe? maybe Falcon grab one? Do we think Falcon end up with Super Soldier?
Maybe. I'm guessing Power Broker's still got some.
They kind
So
of
it's not-
led it to believe that he had none left.
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? Because it said that the Flag Smashers stole all the serum, which were just randomly in a warehouse for no reason.
Yeah.
An unguarded warehouse. I'll just put all our Super Soldier serum here. It's fine. I
He
think
needs to have a word with Ant-Man about his security system. Because he does the thing, doesn't he? All of his day job is.
yeah. We'll get on to the Falcon bit in speculation.
Yeah.
I've only got two references. That's the Smiling Tiger as a comic book character, and the city is primarily used as an X-Men location.
Oh.
Which would be cool to just kind of squeeze some random X-Men characters in the background, but I don't think we're going to return to that. Well, we might do.
I mean, there's 5 years of unaddressed timeline where mutants may have become a thing during that 5 years.
And with all this, people creating new super powers and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying this series now.
Yeah.
It's picked up a lot, and it's obviously clearing up the mess of the 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what films we've had? Is it Far From Home is the only thing we've had after that?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
And it hardly addressed anything other than a throwaway joke about don't serve that guy alcohol.
Yeah, it was more used for comedy, weren't it? With the the kids having a 5-year gap and being older and stuff like that.
It's like all the different places they went to just seemed like ordinary places, like London and Paris. Is it Paris they went to? Amsterdam? Or did they not get to Amsterdam? You know what I mean? All the different Venice and stuff. They just looked like normal. Like nothing. The 5 years hadn't happened in all the stuff.
Yeah, because obviously in Endgame, it's like 5 years later, and like all the boats and stuff.
Yeah,
are,
like they're on a little city and they've. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird actually. Maybe it's just America. It's just New York. That's a shithole.
Yeah.
Should we get on speculation? Do you think they're gonna plan a kind of Thunderbolts storyline with Baron?
Thunderbolts.
Do you know the kind of evil Avengers kind of thing?
Maybe.
Because it seems like he's got a lot more to do. And with him going more anti-hero and having because his whole thing in this is he hates the super soldier serum and he's trying to get rid of it all.
He doesn't like basically any powered kind of person, does he?
So
I hope, I'm going to say now, I hope he doesn't die in this at any point. I hope to keep him around because he's a great character.
My next question is Zemo going to die?
I mean, I can maybe see, because obviously she's going to try and kill him. Do we think Bucky's going to try and stop, what's her name from Wakanda, trying to kill him?
I don't know.
Because obviously he's all the White Wolf and he's got a strong tie to Wakanda. Do you think this is going to be at loggerheads and...
I think they might get him, but they might... I don't know. I don't think they're going to kill him off, because it's just... They gave him way too much to do in this.
Oh, yeah.
They gave him way too much power. To just kill him off would be a total waste.
Yeah.
Because he could be that anti-hero that keeps coming back to help him out and stuff. And it'd be cool.
I want to know more about his mask, though, as well. Because obviously he's used it before.
Yeah.
It was in the car. It's like, that's not just something he's grabbed after he broke out from prison. So he was doing this kind of stuff
before.
Yeah. So which means...
And I'm glad that it's not
Thanos.
a reference to Thanos. Because we're all the fan theories and
Where
stuff.
else are we going to get supervillain who wears Thanos' face testicles as a mask.
Is he going to die? Nah,
I hope not.
I hope not as well. Keep him on. Keep him
Yes.
doing cool shit. Right. Apparently, I don't want to get your hopes up because this happened in WandaVision where it just ended up being Paul
Mephisto?
Bettany.
Mephisto's going to be in it.
Apparently, there's a character cameo coming in episode 5 who is a lot more grounded, it says in this quote, than most of the MCU superheroes. And apparently it's, they haven't said, but he just said it's one of the more grounded superheroes. But he said that it's going to make you want to cry as well when you see him. So a lot of people have been thinking that it's going to be T'Challa, Black Panther, because obviously this started filming late 2019 and he died in 2020.
They reckon he got some footage of him.
People reckon that they've filmed some footage of him to put it in here, and with the addition of her from Wakanda, it kind of makes sense. It'd be a nice final farewell for him.
Yeah. Do we think it could possibly be Tony? Not actual Tony, but either a flashback or a video clip or something.
Maybe.
Maybe something to Bucky saying, "Sorry for trying to kill you."
It could be. There's obviously Cap as well. It could be.
Oh, you think he could come back and we could see him die on screen?
Maybe. I don't.
Or do we think it's Paul Bettany as Grey Winter Soldier or Grey Falcon?
Who else could it be? I mean, there's a possibility, could be, taken away that it's going to make you want to cry a bit. There's a possibility that it could be, I think his character from Civil War. What's his name now? From The Hobbit.
I almost said James Acaster. That's definitely not James Acaster.
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
There we go.
His character. Because he was just in Civil War for no reason.
Oh, do we think he's going to turn up and he'll break the news about T'Challa maybe being dead?
Maybe. There is a lot of people that it could be. I just hope it's not
Paul Bettany
bullshitting to us. Could be a brand new character, but I don't know why that would make anyone want to cry.
Patrick Stewart just rolls in his wheelchair. And everyone's like, oh.
I do definitely think it's probably going to be something relating to T'Challa or T'Challa himself. Might even be Shuri going, he's dead.
She comes up to tell Bucky personally.
Yeah, because they have mentioned, they've obviously mentioned his White Wolf stuff, and they've mentioned Black Panther and stuff like that.
I do enjoy that they're keeping his tie to Wakanda quite prevalent.
Yeah. But yeah, we might have more speculation on that next episode, I guess. Right. They mentioned Sokovia. This is something I've
That was
read.
such a good scene, though. Have either of you been to the Sokovia memorial? Didn't think so.
And because he says Sokovia is now split and ruined and stuff like that. A lot of people have been saying that it might introduce Latvia.
I was gonna say, I'm
and
Latvia.
Well, maybe not Doctor Doom, but reference that, because obviously in the MCU they love to be oh yeah, Wakanda in Iron Man 1, and everyone's I don't know what that is. And it'd be cool to kind of throw Doctor Doom's.
One of the other things it could be if they wanted to really throw people a curveball, is one of its, I can't remember what it's called now, Magneto's country that he makes. And it's like, yeah, mutants have been around for 5 years, and Magneto's already like established, and just people don't know about it.
His own little colony.
Well, that's something they could do. The X-Men films, they could set him in the blip,
Yeah.
like they did. Like, 'cause obviously we had that like the bit between Infinity War and Endgame where nothing was current time.
Mm. They do need to explore that. It can't just be 5 years later and nothing happened.
I'm assuming Black Widow is set. No, Black Widow's set before Infinity War. They missed a trick. They could have set it in the middle and then used it to explore that, because I'm still thinking it's going to be garbage.
Yeah.
All the hype's been sucked out of that.
But yeah, that's all I've got to say on this episode. I'm a lot more excited now.
Yeah.
I think episode 4 is going to be good.
They definitely need to work in the future on, like, I'm worried about the first 2 episodes of Loki, because like the first like 1 or 2 episodes of these series, they're really struggling to like.
I know. Yeah, like
start it off.
We're just like putting all the cards on, or they're all already established characters, people are going to watch it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but we just need to get it in there. Like, there's a part of me that's like, the Flag Smashers don't need to be in this. And
I do get a Spider-Man 3 kind of like, there's too many kind of villains in this. Just like,
now that they've introduced Power Broker as well, it's like. But
yeah, speculation-wise, Flag Smashers and Cap. Do we think they're going to be the main 2 villains of this? I think Cap definitely's got to be one. Like,
because you said about Falcon getting the super soldier serum, do you think that Cap's going to go to Power Broker and get it for him? And because they kind of were on the edge of giving up this episode, weren't they? They were like, we've got no leads, we've got nothing. And then he said something about it being off the books and that. Do you think he's going to go and get the super soldier serum off Power Broker?
Yeah, possibly. You said that last episode, and I can kind of see it, because episode 2 when he's episode 2 when he's like, he's sort of fleshing out his character. He seems like a very like confident, he can do his stuff, and I'm Captain America, I just want to help people. And this episode you can see like he's starting to feel like he's not up to task, and
he's gonna need
shit, I can't really compete with all these people. Like, even though like in the second episode he managed to help on the trucks, but that was only because he turned up and basically did bugger all and then got thrown off a truck.
Do you think there's room for the female Flag Smasher to maybe like Cap kills her maybe in front of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they know, because obviously they now know about that woman who was dying, and why the female Flag Smasher were trying to get this serum and stuff.
Ooh.
Maybe they're like,
whoa,
why did you just kill her?
You're Captain America, you're supposed to be better than that, you're supposed to be this symbol, and they can kind of see him going down the like the route that,
and then we get a kind of final showdown between them 3, maybe. And maybe Sam maybe takes some super soldier serum right at the end to overpower Cap.
Part of me kind of wonders, like, with all the shots on the serum in the fire and stuff, I was like, has Sam accidentally been blown into some, and he's like, but they didn't really show that. But
no,
all of the shots, it just made me that they were drawing so much attention to it. I was like, why?
I guess we'll know in the next episode if his veins are on fire, because that's what they said happened to them.
That made me think of what do you call it? What's it called now? Iron Man 3 and the
the
other super serum, silver serum.
Yeah, the AIM guy who breathes fire and shit.
Oh, what's his name? Killian, Aldrich Killian.
Yeah.
And not Infernus, it's got a name on it. The
fire breathing ability thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. maybe Falcon's going to get it. Maybe he's going to drink it last minute to overpower Cap. Because obviously, if Cap gets it, and that is it, Black Star, his
I don't know.
teammate, if he gets it as well,
What's
like, them three are going to be, because obviously he's going to be, Cap's going to be, and with Soldier's going to be like Super Soldier, and then there's just going to be Falcon.
just like a squib in the corner line? Hi guys. That's the thing, really. Like, I'm curious how the big final fight's going to be, because if that was a cat just running into my windowsill and then displacing a lot of books and falling, and then the books falling on the cat.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry for that. I don't know, like, the composition of who's on what side. So we currently have Sam, Bucky, maybe Zemo. So that's a super soldier and two people. If Cap doesn't have the super soldier serum, he's not going to be able to beat him. Even Cap, if it's Cap and Black Star, Winter Soldier will pagger both of them. Never mind, Falcon doesn't need to be involved. They aren't going to stand a chance against him. Is Cap going to end up on the side of the Flag Smasher last? And it's going to be them two versus Sam and Bucky? Because it's a super soldier versus a soldier. A super soldier and a soldier versus a super soldier and a soldier? Or is it going to be Cap, Sam, and Bucky against multiple super soldiers? I'm curious how they're going to balance it so it's not like the last bit of WandaVision where basically Vision and Wanda should have basically annihilated Agatha in like a split second.
I would like it if Cap killed off the Flag Smashers and then, like, in cold blood kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go, like, it'd be a really good character arc for him to start off where he did big poster boy, I'm just a cool soldier, and then like, I can't do this job, gets superpowers, goes a bit power mad, like, yeah, I'm Cap now, I can do what I want. He said to that guy, doesn't it, do you know who I am? Like,
yeah,
gives a shit who you are.
It would be cool seeing him like, even as like a one-man army kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like an evil, proper brutal guy. I think they need to go down that route because he needs to turn evil. Do you think he's going to live past this series?
He's not going to keep the shield. And if he lives past this series, he's got to be a villain, or maybe he'll turn into some kind of weird anti-hero. I don't really like him that much.
No. I think he's good for this series, but I don't think he can fit into the MCU after.
No. I'd like to... I mean, they shot that bolt in Endgame, which is understandable, but I'd have liked to have seen him go Hail Hydra. Because that would have actually, done...
Yeah.
I know they addressed a lot of cool comic book moments in Endgame. But again, they kind of shot some of the... in one go, so we won't actually really get a proper Hydra Cap anytime soon.
Yeah. It's good though. All speculation.
Yeah.
Should we end it there?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
And stay fresh.